Greetings, brothers and sisters. This is kind of sort of another Hollywood celebrities dropping like flies. Before I get into the normal content, I have a couple of things. The first of which is I have a new ad that I'm going to run, and I'm just letting people know because it's going to seem like a weird video. YouTube finds ways to say when I try to advertise a regular normal video, they find ways to stop it. They find some excuse which is bizarre, and I'll get into that more on my other channel in my next video tomorrow. Today's Tuesday, November 7th, and I'll release this video today, hopefully, if it's monetized. And anyway, so that's going on. The other thing is my wife has found this, and I've been doing a lot of acupressure and various, finding acupressure points. And I've been doing a routine that's been very helpful for me. And my wife heard about this, about draining the lymphatic system. I don't recommend anything to people because I'm not a medical person. I'm not really all that into, medical stuff. I only do things when I'm forced to because of poor health or whatever. I've gotten older. But I mostly don't, think about my physical health that much until I have to. But prevention's always good. And like I said, I've been doing these acupressure points, and I've been really, this is a routine I've been doing, which I will, at some point I want to, make like a short book about this. I can't really talk about it here. Otherwise I make a video about it. But I'm going to make an audio book and put it on Amazon about all that I've learned post-COVID and the things that I've done. And, there's substantial health benefit I've received. But anyways, my wife told me about this and about 3 days ago, and I never got around to looking at it. She didn't get around to looking at it. And it's called the Big Six Routine for Lymph Flow by this guy, Dr. Perry Nicholson. And then there's this other video here that has just him doing it. This is an interview he does with somebody. This has 700,000 views. And this is a video with 16,000 views, Stop Chasing the Pain, where he demonstrates these points. And I just did it, and I felt like a relief. It's supposed to drain your lymphatic system, which has supposed to have a tremendous amount of benefits. And I only tried it once this morning, and I benefited from it. So I don't know if it's draining the lymphatic system, but I felt better after doing it. I could feel energy moving. I'm very sensitive now to energy moving. I don't know, because of the meditation I've been doing over the years. So I just want to let people know about that. If they're interested, again, I don't give medical advice, but it's something that helped me, so I was passing it on. Wrestler and Dark Side of the Ring actor Rob Thompson dies after cardiac arrest at show. I don't know. I just looking for the age here of the guy. It doesn't say here. Does it say his age? It should say right here somewhere. He was 41 years old. This happens quite often. We've just been covering this. I don't cover this as much as I used to, but it's an obvious thing. Here's Alan Ruck. He says, "Thank God nobody died in the Halloween car accident again. Halloween accident where he plowed into a pizza parlor. I'm fine, and thank God when nobody was killed." It doesn't say what happened. He plowed through an intersection and crashed into a pizza parlor on Halloween. But it doesn't say what he was doing, why it happened. Of course, the Ferris Bueller scene where he sent his dad's Ferrari through a glass window and over a cliff. So it doesn't say what happened. He hasn't made a statement about why he did what he did. And I showed you the footage, and I got copyrighted for that, so I had to take it out. So again, there's still no answer about why he did what he did. General Hospital star Tyler Christopher's tragic passing, looking back on his life. I think this happened earlier. He was 50 years old. I think I covered this. I don't know when he passed. I don't know. It says here November 1st, but I think this is a follow-up. But anyways, this guy, he died when he was 50. Dove Shack rapper C. Knight reportedly on life support. One of my viewers just sent me this. Don't know why, but, he's another, what's happening. Former actor Evan Illegan dead at 35. Hollywood has lost a child star, a former child star. Best known for his work as teenager on My Sister's Keeper in CSI Miami, has died. He was 35. His cause of death has not been confirmed. And it says it lists as pending. It doesn't say. He was found in a sober living home, so this might be some sort of an addiction.
He spends a week in solitary confinement, which means no communication with the outside world, no communication with any other human being.
Okay, so somebody sent me this, and this is about InfoWars host and political prisoner Owen Styer. And, there's just this victim consciousness in the truth community, right? It says that he is in solitary confinement and they're doing psychological torture on him. This is coming from an Alex Jones station. And it may or may not be true. There's no way you can't trust these guys. You can't trust the government. But it's the victim consciousness because, what he got involved in, the big event in January, was bad for the truth community. So what he was doing to get himself in prison, if he really is, or, whatever this is, if he's an operative, whatever, I don't know. I don't know who, Alex Jones is an operative, so his whole operation is an operative operation. Alex Jones is a COINTELPRO. Anybody involved with Alex Jones is suspect, right? Because if you go on his show, you're working with he's a part of the beast. He's a part of the intelligence community. And so anybody who's a part of that, who works for him or goes on his show, is suspect. And so, at least you're contributing to this, whatever. You might be naive of it, but, that's really not an excuse at this point. And that operation was an operation that hurt the truth community. And so he's not a victim. He's a part of the problem. This guy, Owen Styer, and anybody involved with this thing is. Because it didn't help us, the big event in January, and Trump is himself part of this operation, and, I don't think he's knowingly a part of it because he's too stupid to he's too stupid to let in on the joke, and he's the joke.
What do we as parents do in this situation when clearly they are lying and being deceitful and they're enjoying it? Watch this video and tell me, what do we do?
Schools are getting darker and more deceptive than ever. In Carmel, Indiana, a highly affluent school district outside of Indianapolis, this leaked video...
See, why do this? Why sensationalize something, right? You don't have to be, if you want to be anonymous, don't show your face. But you don't have to do something like this, right? These are truth community fails. When you sensationalize things, you give up credibility. And, while Alex Jones and his group has no credibility. After years of just, shilling for the beast. And this video has no credibility because, this is, whatever's being said here, there's no reason to sensationalize it, right? The truth is powerful enough. You don't need music. You don't need bells and whistles. If people are too dead inside that you have to stimulate and sensationalize your video, then why are you even bothering with such people? What are those people going to do if they can't watch a video where you calmly speak the truth and they can't understand it? They need all kinds of bells and whistles to keep their limited focus on whatever they're watching. Then, if you have to play on their emotions and manipulate them, which is deceitful, then why are you doing that, right? It doesn't work. There are people who are incapable of really helping anyway, right? They're very low functioning. So my wife sent me this. This is a squid. Look at that. It just, The chameleon to me is the best. There's a video out there. I don't know where it is, but it's a chameleon walking across all different colored objects, and it's changing while it's walking, right? Like there's lots of lizards. There's the Anole lizard, which I used to go to my grandparents' house in Boca Raton, Florida when I was a kid. And I was always trying to catch what my grandmother called chameleons, but they were really the Anole lizard. And, I couldn't catch them. Like I eventually got a net and I caught one. But there was 20 or 30 around my grandparents' house. And they can change from green to brown, maybe some other colors, but solid colors. There's animals like octopuses and cuttlefish that can change. This is a remarkable, just think about this ability here, right? And that squid, it almost becomes invisible. Just then it goes back in the water here. And that's how quickly it changes. Just amazing. Bunch more stuff to get to here today. A couple of Fetterman things. One here and one down the line in these tabs that are open. But Fetterman is confronted at a rally. And his response is frickin' epic.
Then Fetterman says this.
The joke is on you. I had a stroke. I can't fully understand what you're saying.
The joke is on you. I had a stroke. I can't fully understand what you're saying. Fetterman. Like he's a senator. The joke is on you. I had a stroke. I can't fully understand what you're saying. And that qualifies you to be a senator? Hey, the joke is on you. I'm like brain dead. I can't even. I can barely function. I don't know whether it's day or night. I don't know whether it's I'm outside or inside. I don't know any of these things. So you can heckle me all you want, but I'm not going to understand shit. And then to go along with this, one of my other viewers sent me this on Facebook.
Hey, time to leave, buddy. Come on.
It's time to leave, buddy. It's a grizzly bear in a 7-Eleven. And the guy behind the counter says, it's time to leave, buddy. And somehow the bear, who has now found a smorgasbord of junk food, right? Bears love sweets, right? And it's heading into hibernation time, wants to put on a lot of fat before going into hibernation. And he's in there, and he knows that people are bonus holes. So he's just going to munch out. This guy says,
hey, time to leave, buddy. Come on.
Time to leave, buddy. You don't have to go home. You just can't stay here.
You had enough to eat. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Shoo.
Shoo. The shoo didn't work either. And what's up with this bear? He won't respond to any of the time to leave. Shoo.
Come on.
If I didn't cover it earlier, Bobby Knight died. He was 83. Nothing big there. Desperate Alec and Hilaria Baldwin are seriously considered a reality TV show with 7 kids. I think I covered this, but I'm not sure. So I'm just going to mention here again. Alec isn't doing very well. Joe Biden thought, thank God it's only one date when she first met Joe Biden. Thank God it's only one date, right? And so somehow when she was 18 and married to another man and Joe Biden wooed her, her original impression was, oh my God, I can't get away from this guy fast enough. Mom 50 knocks out her son's ex-girlfriend in cage fight. So here's the mom. She's 50. Here's the girl. None of them looks like athletes, but they're fighting it out in a cage match because it's the apocalypse and things like that happened. Let's see what goes on here. Okay, here we go. Boom. Oh, there she goes. Take that. Boop. And she goes down. Boom. That was a shot right there. She got a shot in there. It's getting reels out there. I guess this is in Poland. Woman dies after taking Ozempic to slim down for her daughter's wedding. She shouldn't be gone. And so Trisha Webster, 56, was prescribed Ozempic to help her squeeze into her dream dress for her daughter's nuptials. That's exactly what you want to prescribe, something that's potentially can kill you. So there she is there. There she is there. So this is what she looked like beforehand. She wants to slim down. There she is. There's her husband. There she got Ozempic. They don't say what she looked like after she slimmed down. Or maybe she didn't lose weight at all and she just died. John Fetterman calls out Newsom at Iowa Democrats' dinner. This is what he said. There are 2 additional Democrats running for Pennsylvania, running for president right now. So first he said Pennsylvania, then he said president. One is a congressman from Minnesota, and the other one is a governor of California, but only one has the guts to announce. He's actually calling out a guy who's has a better chance of winning than Kamala or Biden, at least staying alive than Biden. And Gavin Newsom, who'd be a disaster because he ran California into the ground. But that's Fetterman.
Let me say something that might be uncomfortable.
Wait, you're going to say something that might be uncomfortable? That's not like you, John. John, you always are so articulate. You're so smooth. Are you going to say something like, hey, the joke's on you. I've had a stroke and I can't understand a word you're saying. Anyways, I found the video. I looked for a while and I couldn't find it, but then I looked again when I'm in the editing process because I wanted to see it. And it doesn't disappoint. There's more here.
That right now there are two additional Democrats running for president right now.
He didn't say Pennsylvania. He said Pennsylvania. It was a combination between president and Pennsylvania. You know, people who watch this on Republican side, just like who people watch Trump on whatever, any number of the dopes like Marjorie Taylor Greene, they think it's a condemnation of the Democrats in this case, or the Republicans and Marjorie Taylor Greene or Trump or whoever. But it's a condemnation of all of us, right? Our society, our government, our system. This is the kind of leaders we're producing. Like, this is idiocracy, and it's accepted. This guy being considered a legitimate senator, because he is one, and he didn't show up for his job. He had a stroke. He was sucky before that, corrupt, married a witch, and then got depressed and suicidal. So he took a couple months off at the beginning of his job as senator, got sworn in late, and then just babbled his way into being making a mockery of himself in the political system. And now he's still at it, right? And so this tells you everything you know about America and the system.
One is a congressman from Minnesota. The other one is the governor of California. They're both running for president, but only one had the guts to announce it. And I got to tell you, let me say, I got an opinion. If you are a Democrat that wants to criticize and go after Joe Biden, our president, just go ahead and write a check for Trump.
So he fails on multiple levels, right? Telling people to go ahead and write a check for Trump, even on a subliminal level. And this guy is saying that these people are undermining the Democratic Party. Every time he opens his mouth, I mean, he's Fetterman. Neil Degrassi Tyson, new documentary, challenged anti-vaxxers' vaccine hesitancy in the age of COVID. If your actions put health and wealth and security of society at risk, then it's time to move into the woods, says Tyson. Kaboom! Black Valley Films.
In 2019, I started working on a documentary about the rising rate of measles.
Why is this happening?
Because people are choosing not to vaccinate their children.
Exactly. There's a reason for this. Measles outbreak. The measles outbreak you've been hearing about.
I watched reports that measles is deadly. I think we have to question what we call deadly. If Ebola is sweeping the country, talk to me then.
I had no idea what was coming next.
The vaccine itself is going to kill far more people.
Shot in the arm. Full trailer coming soon in theaters fall of 2023. From Academy Award nominee Scott Hamilton Kennedy.
And how some were trying to politicize science.
Anybody who tells you, trust me on the science, you shouldn't trust them.
Our citizens are part of a medical experiment you are putting on them.
It is our children that have been affected.
They believe what they're saying. Unfortunately, it's a false belief, and their anger is directed in the wrong place.
Wrong place. It's a false belief. Executive producer Neil Degrassi Tyson.
I watched reports that measles is deadly. I think we have to question what we call deadly. If Ebola is sweeping the country, talk to me then.
I had no idea what was coming next.
March 2020. Plandemic.
Lockdown day 1.
Double mask. They had the double mask on. Look at these guys. They're masked up here. The graves here. Burying masked children. Look, this is happening in the United States. They're just taking children, put them in wooden boxes and piano cases and just burying them. Look at these guys. Double mask. They got the double mask here and there and everywhere.
Lockdown day 1. From the beginning of COVID, our family struggled to make sense of what was going on.
That's healthy right there. This is healthy. He's got a healthy family here. Ready?
I did think that the arrival of COVID.
Let's go back here a little bit more.
We struggled to make sense.
Boom. It's healthy. This guy's eating healthy. I got like real mayo in here. Processed foods and white eggs. You know, just doing shots of whipped cream and nitrous oxide here.
Sense of what was going on.
I did think that the arrival of COVID would be the end of the anti-science world.
Were you right?
I was never so wrong in my life.
She was never so wrong. The anti-science. Science is so great. Trust the science, right? You trust the science. I don't know if you guys don't trust in the science.
The vaccine itself is going to kill far more people.
Conspiracy theorists play into distrust. Don't trust the experts. Don't trust the scientists.
It's going to be a disaster for mankind.
I absolutely see the pandemic as an opportunity.
On January 6th, these are the anti-vaxxers.
You've been sold a lie.
There they are. Those the horrible anti-American people. They're killers. These guys are just killers.
Dell is selling a lie, and he's selling it hard, and we're just offering the truth.
Science
exactly
isn't political. At least it shouldn't be.
Science is not political. It shouldn't be political.
Vaccines have allowed us to live 30 years longer than we did 100 years ago. That's what vaccines can do.
This is Vax Talk, the podcast for people who prefer not to get polio.
Your health is not more important than my liberties. Pertinent, illuminating, urgent and timely, vital. Go see this film. But you can see it right now. It's available.
Counter disinformation in a compassionate way. We have to get good information out there.
You were given a broken and beautiful world. You will take this world in your hands and make it less broken and more beautiful.
A call to humanity to take a step back before we are too sick to care for anyone, let alone ourselves. The heart at the end of it is great. It should have a broken heart. Right here. Boom. Boom, right there. Broken heart of a child. Cardiac arrest.
Once the truth doesn't matter, then it's not a democracy anymore.
Exactly. When truth doesn't matter, they're no longer a democracy. Shot in the arm. It's a shot in the arm. Kanye Northwest, they keep on dead naming him. It's really yay. Enjoy father-daughter trip to Dubai as Beyonce Sisori hangs out with friends. The reason I'm covering this is because of this photo where she's wearing a cross, and she's got a cross here and this cross surrounded by this star, which looks like a Kanye design. Okay, like I said, I've been trying to make shorter videos more often, but I got sidetracked for a couple of days with other things, so I could only I put a video up here for a couple of days, so I had a bunch of things to report. there'll be more to come in the future. Only spirituality will save this world. It's Paramano, definitely reporting for the Apocalypse and the Ascension. Everyone have a blessed day and be grateful.